Have you ever felt like role-playing a hellish organisation that rounds up large numbers of people to work at next to no cost by utilising dystopian industrial practices paired with extreme technological advancement? Of course you have. And today I'm going to show you how in Total War Warhammer 3. After this video, you'll have almost as much free labour in your pockets as Amazon drivers have piss bottles in their vans. My name is Blake, and I bid you my fondest welcome to Blake's Takes, where today we will be role-playing as the executive chairman of Amazon, Jeff Bezos. Is my cosplay hot or not? Let me know in the comments below. Firstly, a big shout out to this plucky young commenter here, who made sure I was aware of this deliciously cheesy strategy. Thank you Koyu Rue and your delightful foxy avatar for inspiring this episode with your egregiously long comment. And of course, if you're new here, please like and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my weekly content. Now, let's jump straight into the wage theft. We start off as Drazoath the Ashen, who commands the Legion of Azgorh. Your immediate goal is to muster up 2 full stacks of chaffy infantry and raid the 2 Amazon fulfillment centres located here in Zar Nagrand and here at Nagashisar. Firstly, attach your Castellan into your forces. They increase movement range, so are a must for all offensive armies. You start off at war with these greenskins here. They pose no real danger to you, and both fights to claim the territory north of your capital can be auto-resolved should you choose. So, wipe them out and capture your first territory. With the sentinels under your belt, rush out a hobgoblin barracks so you can immediately begin recruiting hobgoblins. Next turn, march down to Darkhold, stop at the border of your territory and hire some more gobbos. Also, hire another lord. Chaos dwarves don't suffer from supply lines, so this won't impact your economy too much. On turn 3, you take out the last of the greenskin punching bag, and the province is yours. Huzzah! At the end of this turn, begin recruiting units with your other lord. And the reason you do this will become immediately apparent. Now that is why we recruited the second lord. Your corporate HQ is in fact a direct route for many of Cathay's caravans. As Chaos Dwarves, you do not have supply lines to worry about, so you should always park one of your lords in there to initiate a hostile takeover of assets whenever they come close. Their caravans are normally no match for your garrison, but you may want to keep a couple of hobgoblins in there, in case you get multiple in a turn through, just like that glorious bounty. Show them the meaning of Amazon's vertical integration strategy. Now that you have a plump war chest, your next order of business is to take out Imric to the west. I must stress that you need to act fast on this, as he's going to get wildly powerful very quickly. Remember that every turn you give him to recruit, he will push out units that far outclass you in the early game. so don't let that happen. Normally, he will have left the fortress of Vorag practically undefended as he deals with his early opponents. Imric starts off with a sun dragon, which will quickly clap the cheeks of your cowardly front lines. Here, your blunderbusses are your best friends, so shoot it out of the sky as soon as you can, and you'll have a much easier time. With Imric's main force defeated, you can now go ahead and finish him off. I strongly advise doing this, because as soon as he gets on top of his dragon, he'll become the next Amazon labour union, and before you know it, you'll have to pay your workers a living wage. Ew. With the Knights of Calador finished, you're now free to head on down to Nagashizar and begin recruiting your workers. To do this, you'll need to find the settlement first. It's a Skaven settlement, so not immediately visible. You'll have to interact with it to discover it. The reason this place is so lucrative to raid is because it's a tier 5 settlement, and as the clan in there have the Sentinel trait, they will leave you alone to raid and plunder, even if you're at war with them. That big scary stack of late game Skaven units will not leave the city unless you're within reinforcement range of the settlement. So, you can park yourself right here and raid until your heart's content. Now in this you can see I'm making 568 gold a turn, but I am losing 1,766 a turn in gold from troop wages. However, we're going to eat the cost in this example, because nearly 300 slaves a turn is an absurd amount. Earlier, when I fought Imric and his other nearly full stack army, I made a gain of 204 recruitments, as well as a gain of 1,174 by transporting the captives. It's quite rare to run into this many people to recruit early on, but you can do this every turn whilst raiding Nagashizar. In just 5 turns of raiding, I'll have made more slaves raiding Nagashizar than fighting this huge battle. Use this pool of extra labour to fast build everything in your capital and become unstoppable. In terms of cost, you can optimise this by using goblin labourers. This will slash the upkeep costs of your raiding party. In this campaign, you can see the labourers carrying out the arduous recruitment process. Here, the upkeep for this stack is 827, but they're nearly making that all back, whilst grabbing 256 recruits a turn as well, which is not half bad. Now, you can also do the same for Zar Nagarund. Again, they have the Sentinel trait. They won't come out to attack you, just raid away. I've been happily raiding away, nabbing myself 888 gold and 334 bright and budding new employees. Delightful. Again, from my testing, I must stress, the quality of the unit does not seem to impact the raiding values, so use as cheap as you can. Get the labourers to do it. It's what they're there for. But then again, the gold does not really matter. As the Chaos Dwarves, you will eventually make gold hand over fist with your factories and towers. It's that sweet, sweet labour you want to build your buildings faster, optimise your outputs, and sacrifice for the favour of Jeff when you're feeling frisky. If you're running out of gold, look for caravans to raid, or send out your own convoys and trade some armaments for money. Now we're in turn 105. I'm close to finishing my long campaign objectives of wiping out my non-chaotic dwarven cousins. I'm making more money than I know what to do with, and I have lots of armies strutting around the place, imposing the will of Amazon. Perhaps I'll reward the workers who have been bearing the fruit of this magnificent empire, or perhaps I'll build a rocket for myself. I haven't decided which yet. I've been given a taste of overwhelming power. My hands are replete with it, my ego is engorged with it, and my Bezos-themed roleplay has reached a grand climax. Anyway, that's all we've got time for today. If you've enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, it really helps the channel out. If any of you have any other fabulous ideas like Ko-Yu-Ru back there, be sure to comment them, and I'll try to make a video out of it. I've been Blake, delivering my take. Thank you all for watching.